What's going on, guys? We've hit a little bit of a rough patch in our season. Birds are stale, and our last 3 hunts have been pretty terrible as far as bird numbers. So I need to look through the footage and figure out what I can do to piece a video together. But in the meantime, I wanted to give you guys an update on our duck boat. So about 1.5 years ago, I showed you guys this rig right back here. This was the first boat that any of us had ever bought. So it was really just a learning experience for us. And the boat served us really well over the 1.5 years that we had it. But we realized pretty early on that we had already outgrown it. So this last boat was a 1432 with a 6.5 horse mud motor on it. And it was really great for about 2 to 3 people if you were willing to pack in light. Problem is, we don't pack very light, and this season we've had Brett joining us a lot more, so we've had 4 people, and we made it work in the shallow marshes, as you saw in the last video, but we still had to make multiple trips in order to make it work. And once we get out onto bigger water, I really didn't feel comfortable taking out this smaller boat, so we decided we needed something bigger. So, we got something bigger. This is a 1648 with a 13 horse motor on it, and I think it's going to serve us a lot better. Hopefully this right here gives you a good idea of the size difference. So let me take you around and give you the grand tour. Okay, so let's just start at the front and work our way back. First thing that I really like about this trailer is that we have a trailer jack, so we don't have to do this crap anymore, and we don't have to break our backs picking up the front of the trailer and moving it around. Yes, we could have bought one of these for like 30 bucks and put it on that, but that's our cheap boat. We were trying to spend as little money as possible. This next thing is probably one of my favorite things about this new boat, and that is the winch system, because it's actually set up the way it should be, to where the winch runs under the bow stop and then actually pulls the bow of the boat down onto the stop the way it should, whereas our old boat, the winch ran up over this and then down here, so we were actually lifting up on the front of the boat, and we realized that wasn't working out very well, so we had to start strapping it down like this to help suck the front of the boat down onto the bow stop. And for me, having a boat that fits the trailer is the most valuable part of this purchase. This boat already came with a light bar installed on it, and honestly the smaller one is a lot better than the bigger one that's on our other boat. Also already has a navigation light, but we'll probably end up rewiring all this because I'm not a big fan of the electrical tape, and I kind of want to hide all of this rather than it just running down into the front deck. Working our way back, again on the trailer we have a nice bigger tire as opposed to our old trailer. So it pulls a lot better and it looks a lot less sketchy. So here at the very back of the trailer, we actually installed these guideposts ourselves. Got them for like $100 on Amazon. And I really wanted these just so that we could see the trailer better whenever we're backing it in the dark, whenever we don't have the boat on it, because it was a real pain as low as the trailer sits. So I wanted it for that, and also just being able to run the boat on the trailer a little bit better. We still need to get those things set in a little bit better, but I think they will be a good purchase. And like I said, the engine is a 13 horse and it's a Honda engine, so really easy to work on and pretty stinking reliable. And then it has a Mud Buddy longtail hooked up to it. And this thing is built a lot better than our old one. It runs a lot better than the old one. It's not a speed demon by any means, but it is really torquey, so it helps rip you through that shallow stuff pretty well. The handle on this one's set up a lot better. It's a little more comfortable to run. This throttle lever is a little ghetto, but we're going to get a clutch style lever at some point, so it's a little bit easier to run. Alright, so back to the actual boat itself. This one has flotation pods installed on it, and these are built really well. They've been doing a great job so far. They really help it ride flat when you're in that shallow water, and they're built really stout, so we've been actually using it as a step to get up into the boat because it has a lot deeper sides than our other boat over here, so it's made it kind of difficult to get in if you were going to try and climb up over the side. So these flotation pods have been awesome. Alright, so let me just climb up in here and show you the inside. This is another thing that I really like about this boat. It is completely open. All the way from back here, you have your back seat, and then everything is just open all the way up to the front deck. And it came with this horse mat floor in it, and underneath that is some insulation foam. And that really makes it nice for walking back and forth across this so you're not tripping over all the ribs. And up here at the front there's this little deck. It's probably 2.5 feet long. So it'd be pretty nice for maybe doing some bass fishing off of, and we can fit 2 or 3 dozen decoys up there and keep them off the floor so we can store other stuff down here. And I'm really trying to talk Ryan into letting us go in and cut out an access hole here so that we can have some storage underneath that deck for things like life jackets and just safety things that always need to stay with the boat that we want to make sure we don't forget, and we don't want them to really take up space in the boat itself. And then back here in the back area we have a spot for our battery, and we have our gas jug, and then a little personal flotation device down there, a little toolbox, and then over here we just have another little box with some random things thrown in it. There's a fire extinguisher, some straps, jerk rig, tripod, machete, just some other general tools that we like to have. They're all in there. Alright, so I really think that's about all there is to show you with the new boat. I'm really excited to use it a lot more. We've already used it a couple times and it's worked great so far, and I just think it's going to work a lot better than our other boat when it comes to duck hunting. And I'm really excited to use it in the off season because I think it's going to be something that we're more happy about taking out whenever we want to go fishing and just go out and goof off and have a good time. I think it's going to be a lot more enjoyable and not as much of a hassle to take it out as our old boat was. So I'm really excited about that. And as far as our duck season goes, hopefully we get a good push of birds this week. We have a nice cold front forecasted for later in the week, so I'm really hopeful for that. So stay tuned guys, and thanks for watching.